This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Our goal with our videos is to empower you to be able to do the repairs on your own and save a whole lot of money and also get that great feeling of having fixed it by yourself. So we have today a GE or Frigidaire washer dryer, and the dryer is not spinning. When you turn it on, you can hear the motor, but it's not spinning, so the belt probably broke. So we unplugged it. This shows the routing of how the belt goes over the idler and then over the motor pulley. The motor pulley is the one on the bottom. And this is kind of opposite. When you're facing the dryer, it's actually going to be a little bit different. It's going to be routed opposite of what we're seeing in this picture. So sometimes the belt actually slips off. Sometimes it breaks. In this case, when we stare in, we can see the belt still in good shape, but it has slipped off the idler wheel. So I've removed the panel on the front, and I've also removed the small panel above it where the controls are. I've got it unplugged, and I'm reaching in now with my right hand on one side of this blower housing, and my left hand is on the other side. So my left hand is grabbing a hold of the idler wheel, and I'm pushing it to one side so that it takes the slack off the belt, and then I push the belt back over the motor pulley. And now I'm just turning, I reached in, I'm turning the tumbler, making sure that the belt stays on. I'm turning the tumbler counterclockwise. And this is just confirming that the belt is in the right position and it's staying on the motor pulley and on the tumbler. To get the belt over the motor pulley, I pushed the idler wheel that we see back there, the blue wheel, I pushed it to the right side, to my right, and that took off some of the tension, and I was able to get the belt over the motor pulleys. Sometimes these belts break. In this case, the belt had just slipped off, so I just slipped it back on. So I'm vacuuming up all this lint because it's a big fire danger, and this lint just builds up over the years before I put it back together. And what I'll do next is I'll put this upper panel, the control panel, back on, and then I'll give it a test. So I'm just pushing it back up. It has little legs on the right and left hand side. I'm slipping those legs into position, and then I'm going to add these Phillips head screws to hold that upper panel back in. There's one here on the right side, one here on the left. They're about 1.5 inches, 2 inches in from the sides. Then we'll put a couple more Phillips head screws, one here, about 1 inch in, and one on the other side, about 1 inch in. And then there's two really small Phillips head screws that we're going to put in also. So get that one back in. They get these little tiny ones, and they go into the plastic. And just be careful you don't over tighten them. Just come in gently with your screwdriver. And we do this side. So we got that belt slipped back onto the idler wheel and onto the motor pulley. It may have slipped off due to somebody putting something very heavy in there, like a really wet blanket. So just testing it again, making sure it's okay. Yeah, it looks great. So we'll go ahead and put the other panel back in, and it's just easy to slip in. It's the one that gives you access to the vent tube. And test it one more time. So that panel, it just slides in at the bottom. It has two metal legs that slide into the frame, and then at the top it's held in by two Phillips head screws. And just hold that in position. I'll put the Phillips head screw in, start it by hand so it gets held in there, and then I'll zip it in. Zip in the other one. There we go. And I'll just clean up a little bit with the vacuum cleaner, and we are done. So I hope this helps you to get your dryer working again properly. Thanks so much for watching our video and our channel, and please subscribe when you get a chance.